Welcome to the first episode of Stills and Staves. I'm Todd.
I'm Noah.
Welcome to our very first video on YouTube.
Yep.
Awesome. And we are going to, our first episode, we kind of were debating on what we were going to do.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which direction we wanted to go with it. So,
yep. First of all, big shout out. I wanted to give a shout out when we were first doing this to all the other YouTube videos that we watch and partake in. We love everybody that takes the time and does their videos about bourbon, and this is going to be our first dive into our love of bourbon and when we got attached to it. So our kind of discussion tonight is the 3 bottles that kind of got us into bourbon, that kind of kicked us off and took us down that rabbit hole of, wanting to get bottles and wanting to drink something different all the time and find bottles that we love. So we're just going to dive right into it, I think, and do a pretty short and, quick video and go from there. And it's awesome to have my son with me and doing this and going on this little adventure. It's just after Father's Day, so
you want to tell them what we're sipping on first?
We are sipping on something new.
Just picked up an Old Forester 100 proof pick from our local store in town, Gaze Liquor. Shout out to Misty. Just picked this up. So it's Warehouse K, floor 8. These, anytime we come across these, we buy these. So.
Always, and if it's local and our local store gets one, it's fantastic. And we're super excited about it. It tastes really great, and I haven't gotten a bottle yet, but Noah did get a bottle today, and they're running out of bottles already. So I might have to stop and get one tomorrow. So, do you want to go first?
I can go first. Yeah,
go ahead.
My first bottle is Evan Williams Single Barrel Vintage. I didn't really care for bourbon, like when Dad would drink it at home. And I remember I would try stuff that he was drinking. I was like, I don't really care for that. And then we went to the Evan Williams Bourbon Experience for the holidays. And that was kind of like my first bourbon tour. And I remember this was like the first product I tasted. It was the lowest proof, of course, at 86.6 proof. But I tasted that, and it was that nice entry, smooth, nice hint of oak. And I just loved it, and that's when I was hooked. I just fell in love with bourbon, and I was so interested at that point. So I think I bought a couple bottles that day after we did our experience. Bottles. And I think they're like $40, $50 at the distillery. Yeah. So I bought a couple that day.
Yeah. And thank goodness they're in Indiana now.
So, they used to. There was a little while they were Kentucky only.
Yeah, they were exclusive.
And then they're back in the state now, so we can get them at Costco or our local stores for about $30.
Yeah, so great bottle.
Yeah, awesome bottle.
Good bottle most of the time. Yes, for sure. That's a great pick for sure. My first bottle, and the first thing that got me into it, and I have to preface this by saying I think I really didn't get into bourbon until just before COVID, and I didn't know if I was kind of with everybody else of just doing mixers all the time, and then really wanted to really just sip on bourbon, something good. And one of my buddies that I coached with, he was sipping bourbon, and I didn't realize what he was sipping on. And he had a very good batch of Bookers. And I think it was the Bluegill Creek batch.
Bluegill Creek, yeah, 2016
and
or 2017.
I tried that for the very first time on just sipping. And I fell in love with the flavors. And Booker's just kicked me right on in to the rabbit hole when I was going down. And it was so good. And this batch right here, this is the 2023-04. Now I don't have my glasses on, so I don't know which batch that is.
It's 2023-04. That's the Storyteller batch.
Yeah, Storyteller batch is what I have out right now. But that first batch of Bookers was fantastic. The amount of flavors you can get out of a barrel is just fantastic. and I just noticed that right away. I was like, oh wow, this is really good just drinking it straight. And I was like, wow, this is gonna be a good experience. Trying other bourbons the same way. But for sure, very first bottle got me hooked, and that's where I went. And so I credit Booker's for getting me kind of going down that rabbit hole. And now this guy is really tied to the whole Booker's.
Yeah, I guess we'll break. I'll bust into my bag because I brought these over without knowing what he'd picked out.
Yeah, neither one.
And I actually brought the same exact bottle over. So this was actually the first bottle that I got, the 2304, the Storyteller batch. And this is that bottle. I got about a quarter of it left.
You got less than me. I haven't been drinking mine as much, but yes, most batches are just fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have some hitters that are going to be even more, but I mean, for the most part, you're going to get, I mean, let's just say if they do 4 batches in a year, 3 of them are going to be really, really good.
It's at least 2 or 3 of them. And I'm a Booker's lover, man. I've got most of the batches and backups of some of the ones I love, but I'm usually a fan of at least 2 or 3 of the batches in a year.
For sure.
And one of them's just okay.
Yeah.
But the other thing about it is the box. I mean, the box and the card are that's what's so fun.
A great story about each one of the bottles as well, which is really intriguing and kind of nice. And Fred kind of gives you a little story about why it was named, and the story behind it was always really interesting to find out. And even this year's batches are kind of cool. They're coming out. So the New Orleans batch, and I think the milkshake batch just dropped.
Yeah, I think it'll be here in the state tomorrow.
So that's really interesting. And so the story of him, pouring it in some of his milkshakes is a good story. And so we're excited about that batch 2 coming out next. And yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, we kind of went right to your second bottle.
Yeah.
So my second bottle is no one knows this too, but I have a love obviously for Buffalo Trace. And so when I was, after the whole Booker's thing, I really just was really kind of just doing a lot of deep research on what bottles were really intriguing at the time. And this was pre-COVID, obviously. And, so bourbon was a little more rare than it is now. It's really starting to come back. But I had a sip and try of Eagle Rare 10, and I just thought, oh my gosh, Buffalo Trace is I love cherry cola. And this just hits every spot.
That is cherry cola in a bottle.
Yeah, it's just perfect. The perfect, the perfect proof, the perfect taste profile for me is in most Eagle Rare bottles. I mean, I have an Eagle Rare 12 as well, and that's even better, I think. But 10 is just a great everyday drinker for sure. Oh, yeah. And this for sure was my second bottle of just making sure I have this with me all the time. Pretty much can't be without it. So for sure, Eagle Rare was my second bottle. So your third and last to get you into bourbon. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, first big allocated purchase was an OWA, Old Weller Antique 107 store pick from one of our local stores in Fort Wayne. This is an S&V pick. I remember just going in there on a Thursday. I had some time to kill in the afternoon, and I remember just looking over at the barrel head in front of the register and just seeing a full barrel head of them. And I mean, I'd only been into bourbon, for a couple weeks, and everyone was like, "Oh, Weller Antique 107 is the best of the bunch." And I saw that barrel head, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what did I just come across?"
Yep.
So I got one of those, and my wife luckily got me a backup one, and a buddy of mine recently traded me for another backup.
That was a good day. Yeah, because he informed.
I texted him, and I texted our one other buddy, Jason. That
they got a store pick,
and I was like, guys, I don't know what you're doing, but they just put out their store pick, and they're like, all right, we're on our way.
Yeah, it was pretty much a mad rush to get those bottles because he's absolutely right. Weller 107 is
this pick is. Yeah. I still think this is one of the best 107s I've ever had. Yeah, it's really, really
proof point.
Good.
Obviously, everyone knows that. It's
perfect.
ideal
point
for the Weller product, and it's just a great wheat whiskey that you just can't get enough of.
Yeah,
it's
so awesome.
Good. All right, my third and last bottle. I guess I'm going 3 distilleries. So, and I know this is gonna not maybe shock people, because when the whole bourbon rush really was going on, my third bottle is the Henry McKenna 10-year, and people may hate, but this is still a great pour.
It's still really, really good.
They make some really good batches. So I know people have it's gone now from some people's minds about cracking a bottle, but I ended up getting a lot of these in backups. And now I'm starting to open them again after I finished some bottles.
I bet you have some older ones that you're just opening that are really good.
I mean, this one here is, was it 1228? What is it? 10, I think. 2010.
Oh my gosh, this is a 5-6-year-old bottle of McKenna, and I bet it's phenomenal.
Oh, I just cracked it because I drank a bottle, and I was like, man, I'm gonna get into some of the older bottles, and I'm telling you, these are still very, very tasty. I mean, obviously 100 proof, bottle and bond, but man, these are still really good. Now, they went up in price. I get it. A lot of people are a little like, hey, why when I bought that bottle for like 45, $50, well, all of a sudden it went to $70. But now they're kind of dropping at Costco every once in a while.
I was going to say,
some of these
I
other
think
stores
I just got a bottle for like $50 at Costco.
They're coming down again.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, these are still really, really good.
They're awesome.
And this was the third bottle. I mean, I wanted one of these right away, and we weren't getting a lot of them here.
No,
when I first started really looking for bourbon, we didn't have these at all in Indiana. And I was like,
the bigger stores that would maybe get like.
Yeah, and they were just few and far between.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you'd see one in a store, and this was kind of one of the first bottles we could get. So I got one of these, and I mean, I'm sipping on this one now, and this one's great. Fantastic.
I bet it's good. I just killed a bottle that was an older one not too long ago, and
it's awesome.
It's really good.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much our 3 bottles. Yeah. Thanks for kind of joining us for our very first video, and hope it wasn't too boring. We thought we'd do something that kind of took us all back to when we first really started liking bourbon. And if you like our video, subscribe, I guess.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comments.
Is what they all say.
Give us some feedbacks on your guys' bottles that you guys loved as well. And we appreciate you guys tuning in if you did. And again, shout out to all the other guys that we follow and watch. And
shout out to Whiskey Too for getting us started.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So be looking for some more videos from us coming down the road. We'll find some more topics, and if you guys got topics as well, put them in some comments.
Let us know what you want to see.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it.